Hello, everyone, it's DD here, and welcome to another top 10 video. Today we're taking a look at my top 10 mocks I've made on the channel as of right now. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to try something different. So it's going to be me here in my room looking at the image of the said mock, and then the image of it will appear right here so you know which one I'm talking about. So I'm going to try something a little different. If I don't like it and you guys don't like it, then I will go back to the actual images one, but I'm not very good at those, so I'm going to try something different. Okay, so starting off, number 10, we have Cravens Last HT, or as the video is titled, Lego Spider-Man Mock Cravens Last HT, and all of these will be linked in the description below, so you guys can check them out if you haven't already. Alright, so I do not have this one still assembled, and it was pretty tiny, about maybe that big. It used my Symbiote Spider-Man minifigure, custom minifigure that I made years ago. It's one of my most popular videos. And it's just to recreate the comic book cover where he's rising up out of the grave, and I like it. I liked it, and I thought it was cool. And a couple of people commented on it who were big fans of that story, and they were happy to see some recognition for it in Lego form. So very small, very impactful, I guess, to some comic book nerds like myself. But overall, it's number 10. Okay. Number 9, we have the Lego Book of Carnage mock. So this was made 3 years ago. It's actually the last video you can see where I had my long hair. So if you're curious to see what that looked like, go check that out. So essentially, also, it's got a very cringy intro, so just be prepared for that. So the idea behind that was I wanted to make a pop-up book. And then I saw this off-brand Lego Iron Man book that stored your Iron Man figures, so I wanted to make one for Carnage. So I used the newer version of Carnage and made a custom Cletus Cassidy, and then I put all his tentacles in there within the pages and made it look like Carnage on the front and back. It was based off of the Carnage minifigure's head, so it had the orange mouth and the tentacles up here, and then it had a little bit of tentacles in the back of the head. So that's what I did for the book, and I'm pretty proud of it. And someone said I should do a Venom one, and hey, maybe I will eventually. So yeah, nothing super major. It was just to store your Carnage minifigure, and I did not keep it put together. Number 8, Pennywise, the Dancing Clown, or the video's title is Lego Pennywise, the Dancing Clown. I made it 4 years ago. I had a huge It obsession. It was around the time when It Chapter 2 was coming out, and I stumbled across some video on YouTube of a guy who made a Pennywise build, and I kind of went off of that and just changed a few things. Plus, I made a little base plate that spelled out It using red spikes. And I'm still pretty proud of it. I don't have it put together anymore, and I could always rebuild it if I wanted to. And I did a tutorial for it as well. And I cannot remember if I showed it off to friends at school, but I have a strong feeling I did because a bunch of us were into It at the time. So it's just Pennywise. It's the 2017 version. Bill Skarsgård, one of the best horror characters in my opinion. So if you like horror and you like It, please go check that one out. Number 7, Moon Knight versus Werewolf by Night art display mock, released about a year ago, or I'm just going off what the screen says. So I don't know the art style name, I don't even know if there is a name, but it's a base that is one color, a background that is one color, a shape that is one color, so the triangle represents a pyramid, and then there is a crescent for the moon. And then it had my custom Moon Knight and my custom Werewolf by Night, going at it. Little did I know they would release official figures about a year or two later, so maybe I'll make something new with that. And I did show how to build it, and it's something small. I didn't keep it put together. I don't know why, but I had an idea for a Moon Knight versus Werewolf by Night mock. I also was in a huge Moon Knight phase, and sometimes I feel like I never left. Number 6, we have the Quantum Hell Cycle. So I made this in 2019, so if you go watch this video, I have a squeaker voice. It was around the time when it was right before Avengers Endgame was coming out, and I was like, it'd be cool if Ghost Rider were in it, but I knew he wasn't going to. And then I saw an image on Instagram where somebody put the Ghost Rider minifigure head on the Quantum Realm suits, and he was doing a cool pose like this, and I was like, ooh, that's cool. I should make a bike for him, because I can make that, because I had a Quantum outfit. And so I did. I took the 2016 Hell Cycle, and I turned it into a white and red and black version of it and called it the Quantum Hell Cycle. I did show how to build it. I did have to mute the music because I got copyrighted for that. So if you watch it, it's going to be a pretty quiet, boring video, but still, it's a build I'm pretty freaking proud of. Number 5. All right, we're getting into the top 5 now here, ladies and gentlemen. This one I can actually talk about on here, and I don't need an image because it's right here. It's... oh, I thought I broke it. It is the Lego Spider-Man M.O.C.s No Way Home Classic Suit logo. I still need to change that title. I put NWH in the title instead of No Way Home, so maybe I should change that. So it's Tom Holland's new Spider logo from his new classic suit, but it's all 3D and protruding out. Like, it's very simple, and I didn't show exactly how to build it. I just showed the general premise. And I don't have plans to show how to build it because, I mean, I don't know. Some things are just better left untouched so that, you know, if I wanted to take this to an art display, I could. Now, you may notice it's standing on its own. The only thing I added to it were these. Couple little rests that can, you know, like I just showed you, let it sit up on its own. That's how it was doing over there. And I'm obsessed with this logo. This is, in my opinion, the best live-action Spider logo, so call me a meat rider on Tom Holland if you really want to, but still. Best live-action suit, by the way. And guess where it rests? Right next to the No Way Home sets, which have been combined, and they look pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. If you don't know how to combine them, you can go watch my video about that as well. Number 4, Love is Suffering. So I made this after not building Lego for about 6 months, and it really means a lot to me and my family members after telling them what it was more about. I don't want to get too into it because I will talk too much, but also it's kind of sad. So it's a 23-minute video. I don't remember if I showed how to build it, and I don't have it built anymore because I needed the black parts for something else, but I did keep it put together for about a year and a half. So if you would like to know the full story behind that M.O.C.s, please go watch that video. Doesn't have a lot of views, but it means a lot to me, and it was the first thing I built in about 6 months. Number 3, all right, the top 3, ladies and gentlemen, Lego Zombie Iron Man Helmet M.O.C.s. So this was a Halloween special I did. It says 3 years ago, but it was probably in 2020, so almost 4 years ago. It's the Iron Man helmet Lego set, which I no longer have put together. I disassembled that, my Venom, and my Carnage because I needed the parts for stuff, but also I disassembled a bunch of my stuff. And I turned it into Zombie Iron Man from Spider-Man Far From Home during the Mysterio illusion scene. And I'm super proud of the way it turned out. I think it looks exactly like it does on screen, if not as close as possible. And I did show how to build it, or I guess modify it. And I kept it put together in the video I said from September up until Halloween. So I had it like that for a while because it looked good to me. And part of me wishes I kept the set put together just to keep it as Zombie Iron Man. But hey, it is what it is. Number 2, Spider-Mobile Display / Secret Safe. So I don't have this one put together anymore either, but I did have it for a while. So it's the Spider-Mobile, not made by me. It's by Hachiroku24, so shout out to him. And it rests on top of a pedestal, on top of a little gray base. So, and then you would lift that gray base, and it would open a door on the bottom of the black part where all the webs are around it. And inside, I kept my 2004 Tobey Maguire minifigure, my 2003 Green Goblin minifigure, like my rare stuff. And you wouldn't assume it was a safe unless I showed you or told you. Or unless you're a Lego fan and you can figure it out, or unless you smash it on the ground. But where's the fun in that? And it had jumper plates around on the gray bit in case you wanted to put your spider figures on there and display it. And I really thought I did that in the video, but apparently I did not, and I'm kind of mad at myself for that now. So and I don't really show how to build it, but I do show the mechanism in case you want to try and build it yourself. And once again, shout out to Hachiroku24 for making probably the best Spider-Mobile I've ever seen. Like, Lego tried with the Daily Bugle, but you're not going to top a Lego creator who is doing every little detail. But anyways, all right, number 1, I also don't really need a picture for because it's right here. So I'm not going to take it off the wall because it's a pain in my behind to do that. But I do have a side-by-side picture of that and the comic panel that it is a direct recreation of. So I guess the little backstory for this is I saw a pixel art image of Carnage on the internet oh god, well, when did I release that? I released it on, hang on. No, I need the video description. I need the video description, please. Okay, April of 2022, so almost 2 years ago now. And 2 years prior to that, or 3, it was around when I started my channel, about a year after, I saw a pixel art of Carnage made out of tiny circles, and I kept that screenshotted for a while, and I wanted to make it out of plates, so it was all kind of, I have some right here, so it was kind of like this, and there were no gaps in between like there would be with studs. And that didn't work, because when I built it, it started to curve up like this, and it would wiggle, and it just didn't work out. So instead, what I did was I recreated the Iron Man pixel art, which I used to have on my wall, but I'm going to turn it into something else, and made a 60 by 90 picture of Carnage in a frame. And that's what this is. It is a direct, like, from a distance, it also looks really good. Like, you can tell that's his leg, that's his head, that's his shoulder, and then that's his other arm. And then he's got the tendrils coming around and all that. And then, like, you know, there's that little bit of tendril from the comic panel, like, and all the yellow is the background color. Now, that picture also has a blue background in some instances, but I went with yellow because I think it contrasts a little better. And in the video, I say it's roughly about 7,000 pieces, and if you count the Iron Man set, the pixel art, because that's where most of the red studs came from, it is a total of about $510 to make, and took me about 4 months to actually, like, build without stopping. Or, like, well, not without stopping, but, like, with gaps in between ordering parts and everything, but about 4 months of progress. So, my most proud LEGO build, my biggest LEGO build, regardless of any set I've ever bought, the Daily Bugle is, what, 3,000 something? Yeah, that's a little over half, a little under half. And I do plan on making more pixel arts in the future. My next one will be the Amazing Fantasy 15 cover, which will be bigger. So, don't expect that this year, though. That is like a next year project, or even the year after. So, yeah, though, that's my top 10 MOCs that I've made as of right now in 2024. I'm sure this list will change, because there are MOCs that I have planned that aren't Marvel related. Like, how many are Marvel related on this list? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The only ones that are not are Pennywise from Horror and Love is Suffering, which is an original MOC by me. These other MOCs I have planned, only one is Marvel themed. The rest are all original by me. So, yeah, I'm hoping that after I make some this year, I'm going to make at least 3. This list will change up a bit, and maybe I'll redo it in 2025. But for now, that's my top 10 MOCs. Well, what about you guys? What are your favorite builds that I have made that like really stood out to you or inspired you for anything? I'm also a little upset that the Carnage one only got 67 views, and that's my biggest LEGO build that I've ever made. I'm about to just start reposting my videos on TikTok. But yeah, so that's it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like, leave a comment down below. Let me know your favorite MOCs I've made. What's your favorite thing you've ever built? Hit the subscribe button, turn notifications every time I post a video. Follow my Twitch. I stream every Saturday. And peace out, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.